Attention! This is a story of courage and heroism based on real events. All details were thoroughly checked to ensure the veracity of the events narrated. It was a cold September morning in Yerevan, the capital of Armenia, when Shavash Karapetyan, an underwater swimming and rescue athlete, decided to start his daily training. Known for his unparalleled endurance and strength, Shavash had achieved numerous titles and records. On that particular day, he was preparing for a long-running workout, along to come his brother, Kamo, also a talented athlete. The sun was still rising over the horizon, casting a soft light over the city streets. Shavash and Kamo ran along a busy road, their breathing synchronized with the rhythm of their steps. The city was beginning to wake up, and traffic was slowly increasing. "It's cold today," Kamo commented, rubbing his hands together to warm up. "Do you think we'll still go swimming after this?" Shavash gave a determined smile. "Of course. Cold water is good for stamina. We need to be prepared for anything." Suddenly, a packed bus lost control and plummeted at high speed towards the Yerevan Reservoir, a large dam located next to the road. The sound of the impact echoed through the air, followed by an eerie silence. The bus, with 92 passengers on board, quickly sank into the dark, icy waters. Shavash and Kamo stopped instantly. Without hesitation, Shavash ran towards the water. "Kamo, call for help!" shouted Shavash, diving in without a second thought. The cold water cut his skin like a blade, but he ignored the pain. His training and rescue instincts kicked in. Visibility was almost zero, and Shavash could barely see the submerged bus. With each stroke, he got closer to the vehicle, his lungs burning from lack of oxygen. Finally, he reached one of the windows and with a tremendous effort, broke the glass with his feet. Inside the bus, chaos reigned. Panicked passengers struggled to escape, but were trapped by the seats and the current. Shavash grabbed the first person he saw and pulled him out, swimming with all his strength back to the surface. He repeated this action several times, ignoring his own exhaustion and hypothermia. Kamo and others who had gathered on the shore were helping to pull survivors out of the water. With each rescue, Shavash returned to the bottom, his movements slowing with each dive. He knew he couldn't stop, not while there was a chance to save more lives. After more than 20 dives, his body finally gave out. Shavash was pulled from the water, unconscious and seriously injured. In total, he saved 20 people from that tragedy, but his heroism came at a high cost. He was rushed to the hospital, where he spent several weeks recovering from serious injuries and pneumonia. During his recovery, Shavash became a legendary figure in Armenia. His act of bravery was widely reported, and he received numerous honors and awards. However, the damage caused by the incident left deep scars, both physical and emotional. Shavash faced a new battle, that of rebuilding his life. The Armenian community rallied in support of Shavash and his family. Kamo, who had been by his brother's side throughout the ordeal, was a constant source of encouragement. "You are a hero, Shavash," Kamo said. "But now you need to recover and live for all those you saved." Shavash's recovery was slow and painful. He had to relearn how to walk and swim, his two great passions, now overshadowed by the consequences of the incident. Doctors were cautious, warning that he would never be able to compete at a high level again. But Shavash, with his unwavering determination, was determined to prove them wrong. During this period, Shavash reflected on the meaning of his heroic act. He understood that his life had changed forever, but he also knew he had a new mission: to inspire others with his story. He began giving talks at schools and universities, sharing his experience and encouraging young people to never give up, no matter how difficult the journey became. His message resonated deeply with many. At one of these lectures, he met Anna, a young medical student who was deeply touched by his story. They started talking and quickly became friends. Anna, with her kind and compassionate spirit, brought new light into Shavash's life. As time passed, Shavash and Anna fell in love. She was by his side at every doctor appointment, every physical therapy session, and every moment of doubt. "Together we are stronger," said Anna. "You inspire me to be a better person every day." I couldn't do this without you, Shavash would respond, holding her hand firmly. You give me strength to carry on. Anna's presence and Kamo's constant support gave Shavash the strength he needed to continue fighting. He decided he would return to competition, not just for himself, but for everyone who believed in him. If I can inspire one person to never give up, then this will all be worth it, he thought. Training began again, but this time it was different. Every step, every stroke was a personal victory. Shavash knew his body was no longer the same, but his determination and willpower were stronger than ever. He began training with Kamo and other athletes, who saw him as an example of resilience and courage. "Come on, Shavash, one more lap," shouted Kamo from the side of the pool. "You can!" Shavash, panting, gave his all. "I can do it. I can do it," he repeated to himself, overcoming the pain and tiredness. News of his return to competition spread quickly. People were eager to see their national hero in action again. In his first post-recovery tournament, the pressure was immense. The pool was crowded, and all eyes were on Shavash. He took a deep breath and entered the water, feeling a mixture of nervousness and excitement. The competition began, and Shavash gave it his all. Every stroke was a reminder of his struggle, every breath a testament to his perseverance. Although he did not win the race, his performance was met with a standing ovation. He had proven that he was not just a hero for a day, but for life. After the competition, Anna hugged him tightly. "You were amazing. I'm so proud of you." Shavash smiled, exhausted but happy. "I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you for believing in me." Shavash continued competing, and his story of resilience inspired many. He and Anna got married, and she continued to be his biggest support on both good and difficult days. Together, they created a foundation to support disaster victims and promote water rescue. The foundation grew quickly, receiving donations and support from around the world. Shavash traveled frequently to promote the cause and help train new lifeguards. "Every life saved is a victory," he said in his lectures. "Never underestimate the power of altruism." Time passed, and Shavash established himself as a respected figure in both the sport and the community. His story was told and retold, each time with more details about his heroism and determination. But he knew his journey was not yet complete. At a special event organized by the foundation he and Anna created, Shavash received an award for his dedication and courage. In his acceptance speech, he spoke about the importance of never giving up and always finding the strength to continue, even in the most adverse situations. "I'm not a hero," he said. "I'm just an ordinary person who was placed in an extraordinary situation. Any of you would do the same if you were in my shoes. True courage is to continue, day after day, even when everything seems impossible." Shavash's words touched everyone present. He had become more than a national hero. He was a symbol of hope and resilience. His story has been adapted into books and documentaries, inspiring people around the world. But Shavash's life was not free from new challenges. One rainy day, while on the way to a lecture, Shavash and Anna were in a serious car accident. Both were rushed to the hospital, where they underwent several surgeries. The recovery was long and painful, but Shavash, with his unwavering spirit, did not allow it to bring him down. "I've been through worse things," he said to Anna, while holding her hand in the hospital. "We will get through this together." Anna, always the source of strength and inspiration for Shavash, smiled with tears in her eyes. "I know we will. You taught me to never give up." Over time, Shavash and Anna made a full recovery. The accident, although traumatic, only strengthened their bond and determination to continue making a difference in the world. Shavash returned to his activities at the foundation, more dedicated than ever. Today, Shavash Karapetyan lives a peaceful life in Yerevan, alongside Anna and their 2 children. He continues to be an active presence in the community, promoting sport and water rescue. His children, inspired by their father, also pursued careers in sport, keeping the family tradition of courage and dedication alive. The foundation created by Shavash and Anna has grown and now has an international reach, helping thousands of people every year. Shavash still gives talks and participates in events, sharing his story and reminding everyone of the importance of never giving up. In one of these talks, a young man raised his hand and asked, "Shavash, what is the secret to being so brave?" Shavash smiled and replied, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it. We all have fear, but it's how we face and overcome that fear that defines who we are. Believe in yourself, even when everything seems impossible, and never, ever give up." Shavash's life is a testament that true heroism lies not in a single act, but in the ability to keep fighting, to find strength in adversity, and to inspire others to do the same. He is a living example that even in the most difficult circumstances, we can find courage and hope. And so, Shavash Karapetyan's story continues to inspire generations, reminding us that true heroism lies in never giving up and always fighting for a better tomorrow. If you liked it, leave a like. And for more real and impressive stories like this, subscribe to the channel. To the next.